Three, two, one. Rolling sound.
Is that right?
Great. Who are you?
I am Edna Beach. I'm from Quincy, Florida. I am the youngest of 6 children, and I am a mother of one daughter, no other children, and I am just enjoying life at the moment.
What was your childhood like? And what were some important lessons you learned then that you carry with you today?
Um, my childhood was kind of interesting. We moved here when I was 6, and we moved from a small town in Florida. And I was a very quiet, very shy growing up young person. And I kind of kept to myself most of the time because my sisters were older, and my brother was the youngest of us all. But it was a good time growing up because we had each other, and we didn't have a whole lot growing up. But we had our parents who instilled some pretty good values in us growing up, which we kind of hold dear today, which helped us in growing up and helped us to shape the life that we have, and gave us some pretty good values.
How does a flower grow?
Well, that's a good question. um, it grows from, I would say, just like life, nurturing it with water, with um, sun, with care, just like life. So it's just like when you have a relationship or family, you want to have those same type of nurturing kind of skills to instill in the people around you.
All right. I'll ask you to give me a random number from 1 to 100.
10. I like the number 10 because it's like um, a very well rounded number. Like you've accomplished something when you get to 10. I like 10 because it just, I guess it kind of means a little something to me. It's like a sense of accomplishment, something that you aspire to get to.
So the question is, has your greatest fear ever come true?
No, I think in growing up, I had a different kind of fear. I was afraid to go to sleep because I was scared of the dark. But as time went on, my other biggest fear became um, um, dying because I had a lot of childhood illnesses that kind of scared me a little bit, and I didn't know how to relate to them. And, medicine wasn't what it is today. You never knew what would happen when you went to the hospital, especially under anesthesia. That scared the heck out of me. But um, now, yeah, my biggest fear has become COVID. And I think that in all the things that have happened over the years, the last few years with COVID, that has been my biggest fear, and not getting COVID and seeing what it has done to people that were close to me, and seeing people dying and how sick people have been with COVID. That has become my true biggest fear. But no, it has not come true.
Please give me another number from 1 to 100.
7. I like the number 7. I don't know why, but 7 has been the number I've used throughout the years. Even in playing sports, my number has been 7. And everything that even when picking numbers, I'll just randomly choose the number 7. I don't know if it's because there was like 6 of us growing up, then one other person, random person joined our family, and it was 7 of us. But for some reason, 7 seems to be the lucky number for me.
What's something you know you do differently than most people? And what's a time that it's either benefited you or caused you harm?
Oh my, that's a tough one. Um, Something that I do different from other people. Um, I'm not sure. I guess that would be, oh my gosh, that's a tough question for me. I don't know. I just try to live my life to the best of my ability. My daughter seems to think I am a freak of nature when it comes to cleanliness, and um, even the people that I've dated say that I am just a clean freak. But I just love being clean, and I love just keeping things clean. Even when I go to out of town, when I travel, the first thing I do is clean. I can't help it. It's just something that about it. I just got to be clean to me. It's just a part of me. My daughter said the other day, she said, "You know what? I never realized that you have no smell." She said, and growing up, I could always sniff your neck, or when you played sports, you never had a smell. And I think it's just so weird. But I guess that's something that I like about me. And I just love being clean and keeping things clean. I don't know. I guess that's just who I am.
All right, let me get you to give me one more number between 1 and 100.
Let's see. How about 30? 30 is a good number. It's like when you reach that age of 30, you are at a point where you are have moved on to another phase in life. Some people say 16, some people say 21, some people say 25, but I think 30 is a really good number because you've seem to have accomplished a lot by the time you get to 30, and you're ready to move on to that next phase. And I think 30 was a good number for me because I had lived a pretty good life. I had accomplished a lot of things that I want to accomplish. I had my daughter, and I had a good job, and I mean, life was good. 30 was a good number for me.
What's the one thing that people always misunderstood about you?
Oh wow! I think it's the fact that I'm really quiet and I'm reserved, and they think that I'm standoffish. They think that I am not a people person because I've always been quiet and observant, and um, I guess because in growing up I was always shy and kept to myself, but that's still the person that I am now, and people don't quite understand me because I've I've always just been a quiet, reserved person. So I think that's it.
All right, I'll ask you to give me one final number from 1 to 100.
How about um, 21? I would say 21 because that was the time when I decided to make the biggest change in my life. I moved out because my dad and I had such a wonderful relationship, and he always wanted me to stay at home. He would just stay here with dad, and let daddy take care of you. Don't ever move out. I think dad was kind of unrealistic, but it was good to know that we had that bond, that relationship, and that was the biggest turning point for me because I never lived anywhere else except at home. And I never thought about when I would leave home because I was comfortable there with mom and dad and the relationship that we had, and knowing that um, I was safe and didn't have to worry about anything. But I think that when I made that change, it really changed my relationship with my dad and changed my life from that point on.
Right. How do you find meaning in your daily experience, and what propels you through life?
I think that um, finding meaning has changed for me. Um, it used to be I would get up, I would pray, I would read my devotions, and that would really set the stage for my life, for my life for that day, and to help me to move forward with the day, and to really set the stage for that day. But I think that since my father passed last year, it's a little bit different for me now. Um, I wake up, and I think that it is harder to start the day the same way, because I think about him when I wake up, and I think about how much I miss him, and how much um, it hurts, and how different things are. But in praying through it, that helps me to move forward with life and with each day. So um, it's a challenge, but that is what propels me. The thoughts that I have of him, and getting through that emotional, s- um, I guess that wall, the emotional wall that I had for the first few months is getting a lot better. The wall is coming down, and knowing that I have those memories uh, that we shared, and those good times that we had, that helps to propel me each day.
So I neglected to ask you the question from the number. So when you chose number 21, this is your actual question. Is what you're doing now what you always wanted to do when you were growing up?
Oh no.
If not, what did you dream to do?
Oh my gosh. I think I dreamed of being a gymnast because that's what I loved doing when I was growing up. I did my gymnastic classes and dance classes, and I loved doing that. But of course, when you have parents who don't value those type things, and that's not the way they grew up, they cherished hard work, and it's all about working and making a dollar through working for a company, and they didn't see that being a career. So I had to give that up and start working, because that was not a possibility. But that's what I always wanted to do with my life. But I guess it was just a dream. But I still have a good life, and I'm glad for what I am doing. I think I made some really good accomplishments. I've always been a dreamer, and I've always been, I guess, an entrepreneur at heart. And so I write my thoughts down, and express myself through words. And I guess that's what helped me to start my own business, and to write my book, and to get my poetry into the books that I've written, and to start my own greeting card company, and use those words to um, to help me to grow my business. So I'm still happy with what I've done.
What has the experience of living been like for you to this point? What can people learn from your life?
Um, I think what I've been privileged to do, again, with my books and with my cards, is to express my thoughts inspirationally. And what I've learned from the people who have purchased them, they've been sharing it with other people, and how grateful they are that I'm able to put those things into words to help them through some times in their lives, and a lot of things that they're going through. And I think that helps me to know that I have accomplished something to help somebody else.
All right. This is the final question and the reason we're here today. Life is fleeting. We never know when it's our time.
Right.
If these were your last words ever recorded, what would you say about your life and your legacy?
I guess I would say that um, I did not do what I wanted to do in life. And every life, in life, because life is changing every day, and it is so hard to do what you want to do because we never know what we're going to face in life. I would say just live your life the best you can, do what you want to do while you can, and love the people around you every day and live with no regrets. And I think that's what I try to instill in my daughter, and that's what she has taken from me. And I think that's one of the things that I've tried to express in with the people that I come in contact with, and that's what people. That's how people know me. That I'm living from day to day, loving from day to day, and trying to do and be the best person that I am from day to day.
So I'll ask you one final time.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm Edna Beach,
It's been a pleasure.
mother, author, friend, um, sister, daughter, child of God. That's who I am.
Thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's it.
I did it.